So taking the time to think about what it is that we want. Think about what it is that life has to offer us. What are your dominating thoughts? Do they empower you or do they pull you down? Do they lead you forward or do they pull you back? Do they enhance you or do they degrade you down? Do you fight with the thoughts that are in your head every single day? When a thought comes up, do you always fight with that thought and think, man, is this going to help me get better? Or is this something that gives me anxiety? Is it something that when I think about something, it just overwhelms me and I cannot move on past and I can't keep going on with my life? Because I'm not saying that you're going to take your life. Let me be very clear, but you can't move on past a certain situation because of what you think about it. How you think about it. Man, I read a quote in a book, I think it was in Psycho-Cybernetics, and the guy, I can't remember his name, but he said, we are dictated, our feelings are dictated by how we think about the feelings or an action. Sorry, I butchered the phrase, the saying, but it's basically saying like, what we choose to think about a situation is how we will handle the situation. So our thoughts on whatever situation and whatever problem or goal or anything in our life, our thoughts on it, whether it be positive or negative, dictates how we feel towards it. So if there's something that we want to achieve, for example, or there's someone that hurts us, for a better example, we can choose to allow that to get us upset, to be in a temperament over this person disrespecting us or doing something. Or we could choose to think of that, you know what, that's their issue, and continue on with your life. But it's only the thoughts, how you dictate the thoughts that you have in your head to any situation in life. So whatever situation that you have in life, think about how you think about it. Think about how you think about it. How do you react to the things that you think about? Do you react in a solution-based way? Or do you automatically get down and it automatically drains you? That's a thought. The actions and the thought that you have in your head towards a certain situation makes your whole mood change. Someone could have cut me off. I could think about that today, the next day. Every time I get in my car to go driving, all I'm thinking about is that one person cutting me off. And now I'm having a bad time every time. Now I'm triggering my brain every time I get in the car to think about this negativity that someone did to me. And then it becomes a habit. It's what I'm feeding my brain. But if I choose, there's a book, The Power of One More by Ed Mylett. And he said how he dictates when the negative thoughts, because negative thoughts and things are going to pop up in your head, but how you handle them when they do get there. He said something in that book that I use today that is actually very productive in helping me when it comes to like the thoughts that try to come into your head and I don't know, thoughts of doubt or thoughts of something I don't want to think about. It's like I literally picture myself scratching the thought out as if it was written on a piece of paper and scratching it out. So your mind can comprehend that you're actually doing a scratching out notion in your head to get rid of that thought. And that truly helps me. That helps me to understand that, okay, when it's something that popped up in my head that I don't want, I literally scratch it out like a pen. I can still see a pen on a piece of paper and that thought or whatever negativity that is, scratching it out. Nope, I don't accept this. I reject this. I'm not that. Nope. If you guys are big, I don't know, for guys who are believers and who believe in God, if you do, if you don't, that's fine. I do, I truly am. And there's a pastor, olden days pastor that I used to listen to, and his name was Reverend Ike. And his whole concept of how the brain and your thought process works and how it changes your reality, he goes so deep. And the reason I rock with him so much is because he gave me a different perspective on how to use my brain and how to think about certain situations. Until that point, I think I was probably like around 29 or 30, 31. I'm not sure. It was a few years ago before I really started listening to him. But he gave me a different perspective on the way I use my brain, the way I think about things, the way I handle things, the way I form things in my mind to whatever situation that is in front of me. It's just a different perspective of the way the mind works. How do you think about it? What are the thoughts that you think that's going to lead up into the solution of what you want, or the downfall of what you want? That is your choice. I could go into this all day. I feel good. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.